12 types of men that women cannot stand. Not all people are perfect, but there are men whose character traits cause displeasure in many women. Of course, all these types are just an assumption and many of them are exaggerated, but in reality, they exist. Genial.guru decided to show you 12 types of men that for women are a real expenditure of time and effort. 1. A voyeur. No, this is not a look that produces a pleasant sensation in a woman, as a man like this wants to eat that woman with his eyes. Such a man looks at her like a dog which has not been fed for a couple of days and its owner keeps it fastened. He would look at her like a juicy steak. Guys, you shouldn't really be like that. 2. Disgusting. Standing him would be a possible task only for a woman fond of cleaning. 3. Selfie-man. As if he were perfect, white teeth, perfect skin, open eyes and much more can be achieved with just a touch on the screen of his cell phone, which memory is full of selfies applications. He knows very well all the angles that work. Takes pictures always and everywhere. Women prefer to feel beautiful and not having to observe the constant vanity of man. 4. Sticky. This man will in no way lose the opportunity to touch her or clap her and will do it in a magical way, discreet and by chance. When he is talking, he will try to approach her, ignoring her attempts at insinuations about keeping her own personal space. 5. Penny pincher. One thing is when there really is no money. Another, when there is but it is painful to spend it to buy an ice cream. This is how evolution developed. If he caught the mammoth and hit it, it is evident that the probability of mating and procreation is very low. 6. Whining. Often this is a miserable boy. Always melancholic and unsatisfied, as if everyone bothered to live. For him all women are stupid, intriguing, perverse and, of course, none is good enough for him. In general, with this perfect man they do not want to communicate. 7. Talkative. This mouth does not close and tells everything with a multitude of messy and unnecessary words. An hour of conversation or, being precise, listening to this man, bores her as much as if it were a strength training. He knows how to act. All his energy is spent on words. Where there are empty words, there are also empty actions. 8. Stinky. This man will give suffering to her sense of smell. The image of his constant stinking odor of the armpits can even make her forget his beautiful blue eyes. This type of men still has the opportunity to change and remain on her list. Go ahead. 9. Coward. No one says that he necessarily has to fight in a dark corner of the street against a group of criminals. But being on the other side and nervously biting his nails while someone else is insulting her in a row at the supermarket does not seem right. 10. Smug. This man is full of absurd ideas and reasoning. He is prepared to quote the classics and philosophers. He will always find an answer to any question. She may not be wrong, but he will never miss the opportunity to teach her how to do it. This is hateful. 11. Weeping. This man is a typical loser. All conversations reach an end in which he is unhappy. He got so tired at work, nobody values him and nobody understands him. In general, complaining and moaning is a typical behavior of him. 12. Mama's boy. Also, my mother used to call me Borreguido, since I had wavy hair, he said with a childlike tenderness about himself. If a woman hears something similar, then, she will run without looking back. His life is completely controlled by his mom. It would be worth saying that it is impossible for a woman to expect any support from this person. To learn more men dating tips, download my book free by clicking the book image on the right or the link in the description below, and please subscribe to this channel and share this video.